A nation remembers Operation Sindoor and its significance. Operation Sindoor. The name itself evokes a mix of emotions: pride, grief, and a profound sense of unity. Launched on April 23, 2025, this military operation was India's response to the horrific attack in Pahalgam that claimed the lives of 26 innocent tourists. The choice of Sindoor was deliberate, a poignant symbol of the wives who lost their husbands in the attack, their partition marked by the absence of the vermilion powder. The operation resonated deeply with Indians across the country. It symbolized the nation's unwavering resolve to protect its citizens and its firm response to acts of terrorism. Operation Sindoor transcended its military context, becoming a symbol of national sentiment, sacrifice, and resilience. The memory of the operation is still fresh. The wounds of the Pahalgam attack still roar. The nation mourns the loss of innocent lives, honoring the courage of the soldiers who participated in Operation Sindoor. It is within this context of collective grief and remembrance that a legal battle has erupted, raising questions about the sanctity of national symbols and the limits of commercialization. Trademarking tragedy. A PIL ignites debate. The battleground is the courtroom, the weapon, a public interest litigation (PIL), filed in the Supreme Court of India. At the heart of this legal challenge lies a seemingly innocuous act, the attempt to trademark the term Operation Sindoor. The PIL, filed by advocate Dev Ashish Dubey, argues that allowing the commercialization of this term is not only insensitive, but also a blatant disrespect to the memory of the martyrs and their grieving families. The PIL has ignited a fierce debate, pitting commercial interests against national sentiment. It has forced the nation to confront uncomfortable questions about the boundaries of intellectual property rights and the ethics of profiting from events of national significance. The case has garnered significant public attention, sparking outrage and prompting discussions on social media and news platforms. The very idea of Operation Sindoor being reduced to a brand name used to sell products or services has struck a nerve, leading many to question the motives behind such trademark applications. The heart of the matter: PIL's arguments against commercialization. The PIL's arguments center around the sanctity of Operation Sindoor and the potential harm its commercialization could inflict. Firstly, the PIL highlights the emotional weight the term carries for every Indian. It argues that reducing this symbol of national sacrifice and resilience to a mere commodity trivializes the sacrifices made and the lives lost. Secondly, the PIL contends that allowing the trademarking of Operation Sindoor sets a dangerous precedent. It opens the door for similar attempts to commercialize other terms and symbols of national importance, diluting their significance and potentially causing offense. Thirdly, the PIL points to the legal framework governing trademarks in India. It argues that Section 9 of the Trademarks Act, 1999, explicitly prohibits the registration of marks that hurt religious sentiments or are likely to cause public disorder. The PIL posits that trademarking Operation Sindoor violates this provision by potentially hurting the sentiments of the families who lost their loved ones and the wider public that holds the operation in high regard. Reliance Industries under fire. A miscalculation with consequences. The controversy surrounding the attempted trademarking of Operation Sindoor escalated when it came to light that one of the applicants was none other than Reliance Industries, a conglomerate with a considerable presence in the Indian market. Reliance Industries, through its subsidiary Jio Studios, had applied to trademark the term for use in entertainment, education, cultural and media services. This move immediately drew sharp criticism from the public and political spheres. Social media erupted with accusations of insensitivity and opportunism, with many questioning Reliance's motives behind the application. The company, facing mounting pressure and potential damage to its reputation, issued a statement claiming that the application was an error, filed inadvertently by a junior employee. Despite the withdrawal of the application and the company's apology, the damage was done. The incident brought the debate into sharp focus, highlighting the potential for conflict between commercial interests and national sentiment. it also underscored the importance of due diligence and sensitivity, especially when dealing with matters of national importance. Section 5. Public sentiment versus private profit, the ethical dilemma. The Operation Sindoor trademark controversy lays bare a fundamental ethical dilemma: the conflict between public sentiment and private profit. On the one hand, businesses operate within a framework of profit maximization, constantly seeking new avenues for revenue generation. Trademarks in this context are valuable assets, granting exclusive rights to use a particular name or symbol, thereby potentially boosting brand recognition and market share. On the other hand, certain terms and symbols hold deep cultural, historical, or emotional significance for a community or a nation. Commercializing such terms, even within the bounds of legal frameworks, can be perceived as disrespectful, exploitative, and insensitive. This is particularly true when dealing with terms related to national tragedies, military operations, or religious beliefs. The Operation Sindoor case forces us to confront a fundamental question: should there be limits to what can be commercialized? While trademark laws provide a legal framework, they do not always address the ethical complexities involved. This case underscores the need for a more nuanced understanding of intellectual property rights, one that takes into account the broader societal impact and potential for harm. Section 6. Navigating the legal landscape, trademark law and national sentiment. The legal battle over the Operation Sindoor trademark hinges on India's Trademarks Act, 1999. The PIL argues that the trademark would violate Section 9, which prohibits marks that hurt religious sentiments. The term's association with a military operation and loss of lives holds deep emotional significance. Petitioners argue its commercial use would be offensive and disrespectful. This case highlights the complexities of applying legal frameworks to public sentiment. Section 7. The Supreme Court's role, a call for intervention. The PIL filed in the Supreme Court seeks to prevent the trademarking of Operation Sindoor. Petitioners argue the term holds deep national significance. The court's decision will set a precedent for future cases. It will balance intellectual property rights with national sentiment. Section 8. Beyond Operation Sindoor, setting a precedent for the future. The PIL against trademarking Operation Sindoor extends beyond the immediate controversy, potentially setting a significant legal precedent in India. The case highlights the ongoing tension between commercial interests and the protection of terms and symbols, deeply ingrained in national sentiment. The court's decision could have a ripple effect on future attempts to trademark terms related to national security, military operations, or other events of national importance. If the Supreme Court rules in favor of the petitioners, it could deter future applications for trademarks deemed offensive to public sentiment, or those seen as exploiting national tragedies for commercial gain. This would signal a shift towards a more nuanced understanding of intellectual property rights, acknowledging the need to balance commercial interests with the preservation of national identity and respect for collective memory. Conversely, a ruling against the petitioners could embolden businesses to pursue trademarks for terms previously considered off-limits due to their sensitive nature. This could potentially open the floodgates for the commercialization of a wider range of terms and symbols currently considered sacrosanct, raising concerns about the erosion of national sentiment and the potential for exploitation. Section 9. Safeguarding national symbols, a collective responsibility. The controversy surrounding the attempted trademarking of Operation Sindoor serves as a stark reminder of the importance of safeguarding national symbols and ensuring their respectful use. While legal frameworks play a crucial role in preventing blatant exploitation, true protection stems from a collective sense of responsibility and respect. Citizens, policymakers, and businesses alike must engage in thoughtful dialogue about the limits of commercialization and the importance of preserving the sanctity of terms and symbols that hold deep meaning for the nation. Educational initiatives can play a vital role in fostering awareness and sensitivity among younger generations, ensuring that respect for national symbols is ingrained in the social fabric. The Operation Sindoor case underscores the need for a more nuanced understanding of intellectual property rights, one that takes into account the potential for harm and the need to protect national sentiment. Ultimately, safeguarding national symbols is a collective responsibility, requiring a concerted effort from all stakeholders to ensure that these symbols are treated with the dignity and respect they deserve.